Obviously, next is the commanding in chief, that is the Air Chief Marshal, right? Air Chief Marshal is the chief of Air Force Staff, right? Chief of Air Force Staff is Air Chief Marshal. So if we consider the next, okay, this rank is again a 4-star rank. Fine. Then next to this is Air Marshal. Air Marshal, right? Okay. Yesterday I said K.M. Cariappa's son, right, who was in Indian Air Force. So he had become later on the Air Marshal, so he could reach to the Air Marshal of the Indian Air Force, right? So whose plane was crashed in the Pakistan. Then this is a 3-star rank, right? Then the next to this rank is the Air Vice Marshal, Air Vice Marshal, right, which is a 2-star rank, which is equivalent to Major General. Air Marshal is equivalent to Lieutenant General, right? And as you know, the Air Chief Marshal is equivalent to the General, right? So the next is Air Commodore. Air Commodore. Read it carefully. It is not a commander, right? So it is Air Commodore, which is 1-star and equivalent to the brigadier. Fine. So this is about the Air Commodore, right? Then prior to Air Commodore, there will be a group captain. There will be a group captain, right? So this group captain is equivalent to the colonel, right? It is equivalent to the colonel. I'm trying to write it in a row so that you can understand the correspondence between these ranks, right? Then next one after group captain, which we can consider, is the wing commander. Wing commander. So you must be knowing this particular rank much more than any other rank in the Indian Air Force. And the reason behind it is, yes, exactly, right? So the first year strike taken on with Pakistan by Wing Commander Vardhaman Abhinandan, right? So this is equivalent to the Lieutenant Colonel, right? Then the next one is here the after Wing Commander, there will be a rank called the Squadron Leader. Squadron Leader is the rank which is after the Wing Command. Then next is the Flight Lieutenant. Flight Lieutenant. Fine. So this could be the next one, and the last where you will be placed on the first rank, that is called the Flying Officer. So whenever you will be placed, whenever you will be entered as a commissioned officer into Indian Air Force, you will be having a rank of Flying Officer, so which is equivalent to Lieutenant, right? The Flight Lieutenant is equivalent to Captain, Squadron Leader is equivalent to Major, Wing Commander is equivalent to Lieutenant Colonel, Group Captain is equivalent to Colonel, Air Commodore is equivalent to Brigadier, Air Vice Marshal is equivalent to Major General, and Air Marshal is equivalent to Lieutenant General, right? And obviously, the last rank in this case, which we can consider, right, is Air Chief Marshal, right, who is equivalent to the General. Now, see here, you can see hierarchically, you always start here, and you go up, right? You go up. So whatever the rules I set or the duration required to get promoted from one to another to third to next to highest one, right? So the same is for each of these, right? By and large, in this case, you may get it early, fine. So that always comes. Sometimes student ask me which one is better, right, or which one is the best among these three. So it is very difficult for me to call only one as the best, right? So this case is never happening, right? So altogether are the best. Still, preferentially, if you can see, so here is the high risk, right? Here is the high risk. There may be possibility that if you make any mistake on the land, you may get survive. But the probability of doing a mistake and getting survive in this case is very less, right? So, you know, another rule, high risk, high reward, right? High risk, high reward. And therefore, for many of the aspirants, uh, the Air Force comes first. As far as payment is concerned, you should not again make the differences in the payments. By and large, you will be having little bit difference, right? But basically, the basic of each of these is the same, right? So it will never get changed. Suppose in the army, if for example, your posting is at Pune and your posting is at Siachen or your posting is at Ladakh, so definitely you will be getting highest salary paid if you are at Siachen or at Ladakh than the Pune, right, or any other place. So which are called okay. I haven't gone through the revised pay scale in that is in the 7th pay scale, but I think in this whenever you get placed, so you should get around 80,000, right? Maybe the first salary, right? Exactly, I'm not able to say you, right? Again, that will be the minimum I said, plus something which you will get the some other let's say what I can say, which we call the rewards or where you are placed, right? So that would be the thing, right? Same time period for retirement as for the army, right? So as far as the what I can say, as far as uh, the commission officer is concerned, the same rules are there, right? So this sees what exactly the CHN army is. It is nothing but the army main. Only thing is that those who wanted to place at Ladakh, at Siachen, they have extra training, right? So that is the case, right? So nothing is different. That likewise the Siachen army, right? So they are also integrated part of Indian Army, right? Only thing is that as like see there are different things. As I said, the groups, Jat Rifles, Mahar Regiment, Maratha Light Infantry, right? Bombay Sappers. So these are the things. Likewise, that could be a kind of group. So that is there. Now there was next question that while having training at NDA, right? So Assam Rifles is again that one of the groups, right, which you can consider, right, as like Gurkha Regiment. So it depends on fine. So in this case, at the time of having training in the NDA, so you get a stipend, right? No doubt, right? So there is always some stipend which is always being paid. Fine. Now, this is about the ranks which we can consider for Indian Air Force and the Indian Army. Fine. Now, let's move through the next force, or one of the armed forces is Navy, and see the corresponding ranks for this. So the highest honorary rank, right, which we can consider, so in between I will try to write here. So here is the CVS, so that you can keep in mind, right? So CDS is above this. Okay, so I was talking about the, so in this case here, you will be having a highest ceremonial rank called Admiral of the Fleet. Admiral of the Fleet. And till date, it is vacant, right? So nobody till date has conferred with the highest ceremonial rank in the army called Admiral of the Fleet. Fine. So let's go for the next ranks in the Navy. So corresponds to General, right? Chief of Defense Staff. Bunkers of enemy with own strategy, so we will be rewarded with gallantry award. Yes, but only thing is that it must be recommended by your senior, right? If your task is rewardable, and if it is recommended by your commander or the superior called senior, then definitely you will be awarded by the gallantry award. But always keep in mind, before the gallantry award, the Marcos is the kind of commandos, right? So Marcos is a branch for the commandos, right? Like, you know, in the para commandos there are different groups, NSG, and again in the NSG you will be having different kinds of, right, like Mossad. Fine. So in this particular case, which we can consider, right? I forgot what was the question. Yes, gallantry hours. So prior to that gallantry hours, there will be Vishisht Seva medals, right? But no doubt, if your task is rewardable by, if it is of rewardable by gallantry award, definitely you will be getting it, right? Only thing is that recommendation is necessary. Fine. So let's move to the ranks of Navy. Here is Admiral, which is equivalent to General and Air Chief Marshal. Fine. So the General or Air Chief Marshal equivalent to Admiral, which is a 4-star rank. Fine. Then next is the Vice Admiral, which is a 3-star rank, equivalent to Air Marshal in Air Force and Lieutenant General in the Indian Army, right? As like the Admiral is equivalent to Air Chief Marshal and General. So this is the way you should know the correspondence, and you should always know all these ranks, right? So see how many 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9. 9 into 9 threes are 3, right? So it is 27. So these 27 names must be known to everyone, and also the correspondence to each of these, or the internal relationship of each of these must be known by everyone. It is very important. Fine. So it is Vice Admiral, equivalent to Air Marshal and Lieutenant General in the Air Force and Army, respectively. Next is Rear Admiral. Rear Admiral, which is 2-star rank, equivalent to Air Vice Marshal and Major General in the Air Force and Army, respectively. Now, Brigadier is corresponding to Air Commodore, which is corresponding to here Commodore. So don't get mix up, right? So Commodore, which is 1-star rank, right? So it is this particular case. Air Commodore, Commodore, right? Got it. Now, a colonel and group captain are equivalent or corresponding. Then the equivalent of these two in the Navy is the captain. So here you can have a captain, which is equivalent to your group captain, which is equivalent to the colonel, right? After captain, you can put colonel is the commander, right? So what I wanted to tell you earlier, don't get mixed up with the Commodore and commander, right? So commander and Commodore, these are the two things which you should always keep in mind, right? So it is the commander. Then after commander, there comes in the lieutenant commander, which is equivalent to the squadron leader in the Air Force and major in the Army. And the second last in this category is the second last is lieutenant, right, in the Navy, which is equivalent to flight lieutenant in Air Force and captain in the Army. And the first rank where you will be placed in the Navy is the sub-lieutenant. So here you will be placed as the sub-lieutenant, right? So it is sub-lieutenant. Now, if you consider these two things, which are really important, right? So whenever you are placed in Army, you will be at lieutenant. In Air Force, you will be having the first rank as flying officer, and in the Navy, you will be put as the sub-lieutenant. So these are the first commission ranks or the entry commission ranks into these three armed forces, right? And obviously, you will get promoted and selected in this manner, right? So you will start here and you will get climb up and up to the height of Field Marshal, Marshal of Air Force, or the Admiral of the Fleet, right? So these are the things which you should know. Now here the basic question comes in mind that how you can differentiate these. By name, no doubt, right? So obviously, it depends on the requirement, right? That doesn't mean every time you will be put into the shift, right? So you may be having your first posting as sub-lieutenant on the land, right? That is at the naval base, right? Or any of the naval commands, right? It depends on, or necessarily you will be just putting into the rank of sub-lieutenant and you will be further sent to some another training, right? Or some higher training. It depends on, right? So it is not in general that everyone will be put on the ship or on the warship or on the what you can say the basis, right? So it depends on requirement. It depends on your performance, where you will be sent. It depends on mostly on the requirements. Fine. So In fact, if you consider it in the honor, in the way of honor, so as such, no stars for that honor. See, these stars are nothing but the honors, right? What I am saying, right? Like uh, 2 tier, 3 tier, you might be understanding the status of 2 tier journey, 3 tier journey, right? In the railway, if you could get it, right? So 3 tier AC, 2 tier AC, right? So that kind of thing, right? Or I had earlier given the example of hotels, 2 star hotel, 3 star hotel, 5 star hotel, likewise, right? Nothing changes. As far as rank is concerned, the ranks in this case are always constituted of star, right? See, as far as rank is concerned, stars will be only in these cases. Here there will be no stars. Here there will be something else, right? So that would be the. So what I said here is that you should know the actual ranks. So your question is, how would you differ, right? See, every time, see, if you enter into uh, the Air Force or either of these armed forces, you will no doubt very easily you will be identifying it, right? But initially you may get uh, jumblings, you may get confused, right? So that should not happen. And every time, in fact, see, it is very easy to understand, or it is very easy to remember. If you meet someone, so your introduction or the personality in front of you will be always introducing himself, right, or someone else to him, along with his rank, as like you will be introduced to someone with along with your rank, right? So like lieutenant so and so, right, brigadier so and so, colonel so and so. So by hearing it so many times on the shoulder, very easily you come across these things, right? No doubt. The same thing is also happening with the non-commissioned officers, right? So here it is very easiest thing. Just by seeing the stars you can identify, but here it is not that much easy, right? Because here there are, yes, there are no stars or no button or not that kind of thing. So here you will be finding out only the strips. Fine. So, and again in these two the strips are there, so colors will be different, right? So that would be the thing. But uh, as the beginning in this particular field, you should always keep in mind these names, right? You should not get confused with commodore and commander. You should not get confused with this lieutenant and this lieutenant, right? You should not get confused with the uh, commodore and the wing commander, right? Or commodore and commander. Sometimes what happens initially, so they from student side, commander comes later and commodore comes first, right? So no, he is not admiral of the fleet. He is the only admiral, right? So see, admiral of the fleet is vacant, right? Till date, it is vacant. So nobody is conferred with the highest ceremonial rank called admiral of the fleet. Fine. So this particular slot is vacant till date. Fine. So if you wish to fill it, so uh, all the best to you, and start your work in that particular uh, way, so that it will get filled. Fine. So this is about the ranks which I need to, rather everyone needs to understand and memorize, right? I will show you something about these things maybe in the next session. I think now in this session we are approaching to the end, right? So I think maybe 3-4 minutes might have left, right? If any question do you have, if you have a question, then I will answer them. I think around 2 minutes time will be left. So any queries or something which you would like to ask? Anything about this, right? If you have a simple, any kind of query, you can raise your hand so that I will make you unmute and okay, route to a special COP is first get entered into one of the armed forces, right? Have a minimum service which is required to become the special corps, right? There is need of some sort of service, right? So some years you must have spent into the service. I think 2.5 years, right? As far as I know, for the NSG. NSG is basically a para, right? So among the para commandos, the NSGs will be shortlisted later on, right? So and the para is the biggest group of Indian armed forces where you will be put into the category of commandos, right? So see, okay, what I said, Vikrant. So after passing the NDA, you will be still only a gentleman cadet. So you will not be placed into any of the ranks, right? After NDA, if you have opted Air Force, right? If you are selected for Navy, if you are selected for Army, then you will have further training at respective training academies, and then you will be placed into the ranks. Right? So I think that's all for this session. So tomorrow we will come with something related to these ranks, right? So that we can have few more questions and get clear that.